Hey, how's it going, guys? Thank you so much for clicking on the video. It's Altron here, and I do have a special guest once again. It's my girlfriend.
Hello, everybody.
And so we're picking up pretty much from where we left off after beating the spawn of Ogden. If you haven't seen that video, I'm going to leave it in the top right, so be sure to click on that. And I mean, now we're just pretty much exploring Kobo again, because there's so much to do on this map that it's honestly a bit much.
Never leave.
No. Well, I mean, I think we mentioned it previously in one of the videos that we made. It's like, Kobo is fun at first, and then after like the 10th hour, you're
tired of it.
you're like, maybe I need something new. And I'm not too sure if you were the one playing at this point.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, but well, anyway, so Kobo, really great planet, but overstays its welcome.
A little.
Maybe a little bit too much. Executions are always good. What? You can't tell, it's just giving me a look right now. Oh, and then we fight this Wampa-looking thing.
I think it looks like Bigfoot.
See, when you say that, I think of the Bigfoot, like, look. The first shot that they ever took of Bigfoot.
Or he looks behind.
Where he's like, he got caught.
It's like, can you leave?
He's like, oh, there's someone there. Well, these are Wampas.
Is this like the thing from Hawk?
Yeah, so I think that's what it is. It's a Wampa. It's the thing that almost ate Luke. Back on, like you said, Hawk. In episode 5, Empire Strikes Back.
Oh.
I gotta mention it so people don't know where the Wampa is from.
Big fans.
Whoa! You threw it out, not me. Oh, and then this is great.
Oh, and the little frog.
Yeah, it's a little frog thing.
Is that the same kind of frog that was judging
Yeah.
after Ogdo?
Now, if you remember this, that's the same frog that was judging with Ogdo. This is also the frog that gives you access to a force tear that lets you do the absolute craziness of fighting both Spawn of Ogdo
And Ogdo.
and Ogdo themselves. So, I don't beat this. Not right here.
You left it here.
I was like, you know what? Before I throw my controller across the room, let me chill and just take a step back. Because see, what I realized in order to beat this, and there's gonna be a video where I do beat this, so keep an eye out for that. That's just instant death, so I'm not gonna worry about that. I think I tried it once and I was like, I'm good. I'm like, I'm not gonna, and then Spawn just walks over me.
He scooted you a little bit.
So then we cut a little bit further ahead because, again, lots
Not
of
right now.
we're not doing that right now. What was I gonna say? Yeah, so I do beat that later on. I realized the key to beating that is actually just letting, because it seems to be that the AI only ever lets one enemy attack at a time. So like when you got, Spawn and Ogdo themselves, on one of them is only ever one of them is attacking. I'm not sure I said that. That's not correct English, but there's only ever one of them attacking. So you just block. You basically position one of them in front of the other, and then you just block the attacks or deal with the attacks from the front one. And when they're done, the one that's being blocked is going to attack, but they can't reach you because they're blocked. So basically, you got to gimmick it because it's unfair.
But I also said that you should fight the more difficult one first?
Yes, you did. You did recommend that I fight Spawn of Ogdo because for some reason the Spawn of Ogdo is harder because they were like, you know what, we're gonna take Ogdo times 20. So he went Super Saiyan, and we're just gonna make him absolutely difficult. So yeah, you beat Spawn first, and then Ogdo is pretty much a cakewalk. And then I remember this. I don't know if you remember this.
Yes, I remember this.
Yeah, it's something like another force tear where it just seems like
a dreamscape.
Yeah, it's like a dreamscape, and it seems like it's a lot of just no pattern. There's no pattern.
No.
So I cut around like the 50 different tries that it took me, and this is the try where I succeeded. But it was definitely annoying. I almost get hit right there. So it's annoying having to do. It seems like there is no pattern.
That's why I don't do most of this stuff because I just don't care.
Yeah, you don't care. You're just like I'm not messing with this right now. And the good thing is, at least with these like force tears,
What's the point of them? Like, what do you get?
so you get a skill point.
Okay.
Yeah, like you do. There's a lot of those around the entire game. I'm honestly I'm not too sure I've gotten all of them, but I know at least for like a very large portion of them, they just give you like a skill point, which is always good, right? 'Cause you want to level up your skills and whatnot. All right, maybe you don't, but you know, for most
When
people,
you already have so much stuff in the beginning, it's like, I don't need all that extra shit. But
I mean, you're not wrong. Where it's really
it's
just,
just a lot of stuff.
I know it is a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just thinking back to just all, just like the steps to get through this whole part of the game, and I'm like, it's a lot.
It is a lot.
I'm just realizing, like, oh, before you even get off this planet, you spend so many hours on it.
I don't know how many.
Like, I've got a lot of footage. It's easy to, by the end of all this, I want to say at least 10
On just Kobo.
on just Kobo. And that's, mind you, that's because you're not, like, rushing the story or anything like that. If you're just, you know, doing all the side, I mean, not all the side stuff, but whatever you can possibly get to, you're just doing it. And then there's, like, the occasional, like, oh, here's a side quest, or what they call rumors. And that's something else that you throw on top of it. So it's a lot. And then you also want to enjoy the planet, right? Because in my opinion, it's a good-looking planet.
You like Kobo?
I like the look of Kobo.
I saw somebody on Reddit
Here we go.
say that it's like supposed to be Western or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe that's why I don't like it.
Oh yeah, because you don't like westerns.
Western stuff.
But it's like now that you mention it, I can actually see how it's like a saloon, right? Like Pyloon Saloon. It has like the western vibe
The
to
girl
it.
that he talks to, she has an accent.
Yeah, that's true. You know what? I didn't even think
That's
about
probably
that.
why Kobo doesn't do it for me.
Looks like it's blocked. Sit tight,
Yes.
BB. Let me see
My
what
girlfriend, not a very out of the closet Western hater, just constantly drinking the haterade,
I just don't like it. I don't know.
which would explain why, you know, not the biggest fan of Mandalorian.
Don't roast me.
Yeah,
But yes.
I'm about to put you on blast. I mean, honestly,
We're not talking about the Mandalorian.
no,
That's
yeah,
different.
I was about to say, I'm like, that's a whole other
whole other thing.
conversation that we could leave for some other time, but yeah.
Some of these rock columns are loose.
I mean, now that makes a lot of sense. Now looking back, I'm like,
Dude,
yeah, I didn't even think about it like saloon, western. Yeah, I get that.
Mhm.
Man, I explains a lot.
from the same thread that I was
Yeah.
reading. It was like stuff that people
What do you
think
think this
that
is,
this
buddy?
game did better than Fallen
entire
Order,
precinct
and
held
a
to
lot of
keep
people
the
said the
candle.
ponchos. They missed the ponchos and customized his mantis.
That they missed the ponchos?
Yeah, because you had to find that one in a box.
That's true. And even then, it
So-
only gives you like maybe 6 or 7
It
colors.
was that they missed the ponchos, and they
move.
want to paint the mantis, but
See-
it's not an option now.
Yeah, I noticed that painting the mantis is not even a thing anymore. Like, you have the
Yes.
same mantis.
A lot of people are very annoyed.
Yeah, I can respect that. Well, because it's like they took that customization
Mm-hmm.
and put it all into Cal, so that you can change his hair, his beard, his pants, his shirt.
It feels like, I don't know.
You can customize BD1 like up the wazoo. Just change
True.
every little part of him. Same thing with the lightsaber. Every little part of the lightsaber.
I don't know.
I'm not saying that I agree.
I think I like changing the colors more than like the style of
parts.
things.
Yeah, I can get that, because I'm like, the parts. There comes a point where you're like, what is the real difference between this part and this other part?
Yeah.
Like, you know, so they all just sort of blend together at one point, and you're like, okay, well, I mean, I
And
guess.
there's a far away from BB that you really can't
They must have
see
shot
it.
Yeah, you can only really see them in cutscenes. Same, like with the lightsaber, I can see it to some extent.
What happened
So
here?
there was a glitch. I fell down. I cut that part out,
Look
but
at the
then
poncho.
yeah, the poncho just stayed floating. But it's like, what was it with the customization? It feels like they had to pull back in some areas to like increase on others, so that you can't customize the mantis. There's not that many
Well, I was
ponchos.
confused. said that we couldn't use the slow thing, and then that's only the.
That's only the ultimate now.
Yeah.
Like there is no slow ability. Like R1 is pretty much for.
Which I think I used it a lot, so I'm a little salty.
Yeah, I remember whenever I would hand the controller over to you, you would be trying to freeze them, and I'm telling you, like, no, you can't slow them down anymore. That's the ultimate, and you were like, what? And I told you that like at least 3 or 4 times.
Generations of rock are
Takes me a
raising
minute,
young
you
here.
Because it's like because it's such a
Shot and trampled.
the big thing in Fallen Order. Like it's the first ability you unlock. You have the slow like off the bat. So it's kind of like
That's true, yeah, on the train.
yeah, exactly. You immediately have it. So and you've had it the whole game. And like I mentioned in the previous video, you've played Fallen Order like 4 or 5 times on every difficulty.
Yeah.
So it's like you got used to having slow. So for them to pretty much take it out and put it to an ultimate,
Which you can only use a certain time.
yeah, it's kind of like oh. And the thing is, the ultimate they gave you was actually an ability that you could unlock in Fallen Order, that it would slow everyone around you.
I never used it.
Yeah, it's fine. Well, you used it in this game. That's the thing. That probably no one used it, so they were like, "Well, now we're gonna force you to use it."
Yeah, like it's a great ability.
They're like, "It's a great ability, guys. Come on now. You just missed it." And the stormtrooper is getting absolutely walloped by.
Dinosaur.
I think it's called Bile Moths.
That looks like a dinosaur.
Well, I mean, you know, 1-to-1.
Kind of like.
Yeah, he was.
Lift it up.
Yeah, he was like, "I'm gonna sit on you."
I mean, I guess.
That's what he did. It's like the gorilla flexing.
Oh, what's up? The one that drop kicks.
Oh, that's the gorilla.
That's the girl.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that's not the name. It's not that. The name isn't gorilla, but it's
Got a scan?
basically a gorilla. We're just like
What'd you find?
jump back and then drop kick your ass. That's funny. Man, I love unique animations like that where it's like, oh, I wasn't expecting the gorilla to drop kick me or the Biolomata sit on me.
Do you miss any of the creatures from the first one?
When I mentioned this in the last video, the spiders.
But do you miss them?
Do I miss the spiders? It's
Fighting
kind of,
spiders was really hard for me, so I don't think I missed those.
see, I'm trying to think.
Oh, he did a backflip.
Yeah, because I think maybe I was the one controlling this. Where I was like,
Yeah, I didn't do
I was
this.
about to jump, and then I realized, oh wait, there's another pool, so I jumped back to do the pool. But it's like in terms of animals, creatures that I miss, because they brought a lot of them back.
Even before
They're
she
just
was
not
dead,
as plentiful.
There's no way Z could have made this
I feel like
journey.
there's more,
Of course, back in Kree's day.
what do they
there's no
call
There's
it?
more
Called
like-
droids?
But I
Oh,
would
the,
give
like,
her
the-
secrets
The ones
to
that talk?
count.
The separatists, the B1 droids.
Yeah,
the
like there's
yeah,
a ton of those.
they brought other types of enemies
I
back.
think those came back too.
Yeah, when boglings. Yeah, you can't have a
Looking for trouble.
The Buckley.
yeah, you can't have a Jedi Fallen Order
Hey,
either.
little guy.
Getting pet.
Oh.
And the boglings are so cute. Look, even BD1's looking.
Baby's like, where's my attention?
Don't
Yeah,
worry.
it's like, where's mine?
I'm
Where's
afraid.
my pet?
Mother of moons, that's a relief. I'm
Oh
useless
my
in
God,
a
think.
fight.
I would probably say the
See
spider.
that incredible High Republic structure?
Because I can't remember, unless I
Expect
missed
to fight off beasts with my
like a
field
spider or an enemy. I can't remember a single spider in this game.
I'm
Either.
Toa, by the way.
And I'm pretty sure they
We'll see it
have the
in the-
arachnophobia. Yeah, we'll see it in the recording.
The Empire's
But it's like,
gonna be
I'm
happy to
pretty
find
sure they have the arachnophobia
you.
thing
Once we
here.
get back to the Reach.
So,
I think I will take
there
you up on
are
that.
spiders? Because I know a lot of the creatures from the first game,
War spiders.
yeah, but they also came back. Like, you know, the first thing you fight on Dathomir, that's back in this game. The giant troll thing you fight on Zepho.
Troll thing.
Like, not maybe it's not a troll thing, but like the thing that has like, you know, the long arms, kind of a big body.
Does it swing?
Yeah, the ones that swing. Yeah, yeah, they're back. Well, only one of them. They only show them one time. It's like a hidden fight
Good.
on Coruscant. And
Catch what they were shooting
I'm
at.
trying to think. Yeah, no, they don't have the charging bulls anymore that they had on Zepho. The little rats, or the pigs, you called them.
I'm happy that the charging one, they're not there either.
Try not to
because
end
those
up-
Well, they have like they replaced them with charging chickens.
I'll take the chickens.
I mean, there's a Wampa eating a scout trooper.
And
That's fine. I don't think I noticed this Wampa running towards me either.
oh, yeah, you were playing because I was like, it's there.
Yeah. But this game has a lot of enemies that I'm just like, I was not prepared for.
It just seems a lot more difficult than it should be.
You know, I can respect that. This is Jedi Knight, so all you'll be wondering.
That must be another one.
I'll probably try and play this game. You probably will. You'll try and play it on Grandmaster at some point.
Eventually, maybe a year from now.
Yeah, just like after a while. Because this
You see,
game,
buddy? Up
It
for a
would
little
take
detour.
so long.
it really would. And I feel like a big part of it
It'd be
is,
so frustrating.
yeah, I feel like a big part of it is you need the skill points. Because like you unlock more health, more force, more abilities. Like you need as much in your
stims,
arsenal.
too.
Well, the stims, yeah. I mean, the stims. Part of me feels like the stims sort of fall on your lap more in this game. Like there's an occasional hidden one here and there, but like I feel like
No, I don't. Why?
Centauri Cree.
I don't think you even need that many for this one compared to Trilla. I guess. In my mind.
I mean, in this game you have, at least what I found, was like 12 stims. In the last game you got like 10 at most. So it's like, do I feel like you need that many stims?
I guess it depends on how good you are and what level you play it at.
Yeah, because I feel like once you understand how the enemies fight and everything, you don't really need stims that much.
Like
Like,
you can block.
like there were fights that, well, I mean, the enemies themselves are difficult, but since I already fought them like 50 different times, I already knew sort of when to block, what to look for, things like that. I mean, Ogdo is the only one that I can think of where
It took you a minute.
it definitely took me a minute. Same thing with the Rancor. Like there's another hidden thing where you can fight like 2 Rancors, and I'm like, this is too much. I gotta take a. This is still
Yo.
yeah, still easier than Ogdo, surprisingly. It shows how difficult those 2 frog things are. But yeah, this is overall. I feel like this game, it's maybe it feels easier, but because it's so much longer, it maybe I should tell you this. Maybe it is easier, but because it's so much longer, it feels more difficult.
A
I
planet.
feel like there's so many more puzzles.
Well, I mean, yeah, because they have side quest puzzles, they have the main puzzle. Like, I mean, this is all a side thing that you're watching right now in the like a Jedi meditation chamber.
There were any puzzles that were optional in the other one.
I mean, you could say the whole Venator was optional.
The Venator. Okay, I'll allow the Venator.
Yeah, that's the only thing I can really think of that's like a
To
whole.
get to the stem.
Exactly, that was like a whole optional thing. That's the only thing I can really think of.
Yeah.
Other than that, I can't really think of anything else, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
And here, there's like so many optional.
Do you feel like there's any hidden areas like the Venator in this one that you didn't end up doing?
Well, I ran into a cave that one time, remember?
I do remember that.
That's like the extent of what I can think of when it comes to like hidden areas. But other than that,
I mean, Pub was so big. Did you see what percentage you eventually got on it, or no?
I think Bubble was like a 85 or something.
So there's still more.
There's still more stuff.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, it's like the planet's fucking massive. This is easily. I'm pretty sure this is meant to be like the main planet.
And
It is. Yeah.
It's like where it's like this is where a lot of things are. You're gonna constantly come back to this planet. This is the Zepho of this game.
Now, do you prefer Zepho or this?
I prefer this.
Really?
Yeah. You prefer Zepho because it's not a Western. Now, well, technically, I could say the main planet in the first game was Bogano because you kept going back to that one at different points in the story. But I feel like you spent more time on Zepho. You just went back to Bogano more.
If you wanted to.
Yeah.
Well, no, you had to go back there for the.
For like the story stuff,
Yeah.
yeah. But it's like I feel like on Zepho, you went back and you spent a lot more time there
You did, yeah.
than on Bogano. Because Bogano, you would go back.
Bogano was so peaceful.
Yeah, Bogano is extremely peaceful.
I love it.
And then here we have the end of the meditation chamber, where at the end of the meditation chamber, you always get a perk. I think this one's like dexterity. I say that having gone through the recording already and not remembering what it is, and I was right. So it's like you like doing these. There's a reason to do them, but it just really depends if you want to do them, because there's a lot of them. Like there are so many of them, and here we actually. That's why I'm saying the stims fall more into your lap in this game.
I know
That
what
one
you're
was
saying.
just there.
You just happen to find it.
Yeah.
Whereas, like, the one for the Venator, you have to go through the whole thing in order to get on top of it.
Yeah, this one was like literally like, instead of going straight take a
Let's
right,
hope we don't need it.
and you go down like a couple of steps, and here's your stim. Like it's just so much easier to get to them.
The one on Zepho, the first one you can get to, when you get off.
Yeah, it's the same sort of thing
you
where
go
it's
into
like
like a little cave.
yeah, it's to the right instead of going
But
straight.
most of them are not like that.
No, this like even these a lot of them I felt like it was like, oh, this is clearly a hidden thing.
Maybe
It's like
that's
why
people
would
complain
maybe.
about it being too difficult?
But I mean I feel like that's kind of the point though,
I
right?
feel like the boxes are huge now.
No, they're
And
massive.
I don't know why.
Like because I'm probably the same thing. It's like probably complain it's like it's hard to see the boxes.
Or like it's.
Because
it
in the
looks too
first game,
similar.
oh, and here we have
It's only
scuba.
the Force.
Oh,
I love scuba.
go ahead.
Well, no, not yet. But like,
The first game.
yeah, the first game. Wait, this is what I thought. What's up?
This one's a rare catch indeed.
What is it?
The fabled farfish. Its tail is one riven with greed, soaked to the bone with tragedy. There are scant few far left on account of their succulent glands. But I do not intend to harvest the poor creature for its organs.
There's scuba jumping in, and I think this is when I realized I just stayed there and watched, and he just threw a fish.
But he always does that.
Yeah, but I realized that now, watching this. Well, not watching this. I already knew by the end, but it's like going through it, and it's like, oh, so he does just chuck him into the bin. But as I was saying, like I feel like the boxes in the first game for the stims, they were the exact same as like the customization.
Yeah.
The only difference was they were yellow, right? So it's like in this game they were like, okay, so it's gonna be a completely different looking box on top of being yellow. It's not even a box anymore. Now it's like a giant container. Yeah, it looks like a. Which makes sense. A stim heals, a pill kind of heals you.
Like Kobo.
Get that, yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I could see the correlation there. And then you get the crew cut.
Huh?
Which we did not do.
I've never
Would not change his hair.
never changed his hair. Never changed. 'Cause
Well,
This
we're
is
not
Cal.
gonna mess with.
No, we're not gonna mess with perfection. This
That's why the poncho's on, right?
that is why the poncho is on.
That's why they kept the poncho, because they knew the pink one is fire.
The pink one being the first one you actually see. It's the first in the selection, so they knew.
They knew.
They were like, "There's a chicken, by the way." They're like the little
I would choose
things,
the chicken over the things that like.
the giant like
you.
yeah, the rams.
No, yeah, I don't like those little.
No, I can respect that. The chickens are also cuter. Oh, here's a little droid.
More priorite.
There was a little droid.
Wonder what this will fetch at Doma's shop.
Oh shit!
He had a private. I don't say.
It's like a big dog.
He rolled over. He was like, "Root, I'm awake." So I think the point was that they're supposed to run into him, but clearly that didn't work out. I think I was not playing here.
Yeah, I didn't fight him.
No. I think for the most part you saw me fight them. I don't think I realized at this point that it's like, oh, when they're blue, you gotta push them.
And I wouldn't know that either.
Yeah, but nothing, I guess. Oh,
So what?
the final mods, that's what they're called.
What is the point of them, really? You're supposed to push it into them, right?
Into what?
The little like circle things?
What sort of things?
The thing you just cut.
No, I mean, yeah.
Spheres.
Yeah, it's like their own little enemy.
Is it like the green things that were on the ground and the last one that you push?
Ah, no, I don't think so. I think they do the same purpose, right?
Don't know what
But I
this
feel like
is.
these ones are more,
Definitely doesn't look
they're
safe.
actual enemies,
Hmm.
as opposed to like pushing. I think that there's environmental
It's hard to
things.
breathe. I'm in bad shape.
And then here we get introduced to like a little mechanic that's coming up. That's gonna come up in the next video. It's like a whole thing about it, so keep an eye out for that. And let's see. Well, I actually do know that we are
Maybe Z can
close
tell
to
us more
finishing
about
now.
this.
So if you made it this far in the video, you guys are absolute legends. I appreciate any and all the support that has been given. And you got any last words to say?
No, there should be another video out soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, you would be correct. Thank you for that. I didn't have to pay you for that at all. I do, as always, I want to thank my girlfriend for taking time out of her day to sit here with me and at least, talk for a little bit. What is this, 24 something minutes at this point? So I do appreciate that. Thank you so much.
Of course.
So, yeah, if you guys made it this far, like I said, Absolute Legends. It's been an absolute pleasure being able to play this for you. As always, right, if you like what you see, feel free to like and subscribe. Like my girlfriend said, we're going to have a lot more videos coming out soon. So keep an eye out for those. I also do have the occasional other video, just random gameplay out every now and then. So keep an eye out for that. Yeah, just, if you like what you see, leave a like, subscribe, and be sure to comment. Anything else?
Yes.
No?
Then everyone, thank you so much. Have a great week and stay safe.